Income for All broadcast. Um, this is going to really be an exciting 1 hour or less of your time. Unfortunately, Bart's got a phone call. We are at the very top of a new ad rev share program, and Bart's going to explain how it works right now. Okay, thanks.
Yes, I was invited to this program to come in and do beta testing to make sure that all the script was working in the background and everything was working properly, and which is a blessing because we were identified as leaders, and you know, they knew that we were going to be bringing some really strong players like you guys here, and you know, fortunately we were able to get in at the very top, if you want to call it that, of the group, and have been through the testing, and we've already had incredible results. My sponsor started off with $350, and his account has earned $675. He only sponsored 2 people so far because he's in Costa Rica right now, and I'm trying to help him get his last spot for him, but he knows what's happening. In the process of that, he has gained like 26 matrix shares as well as like 18 rev shares. What the program is based on is, first of all, one part is a rev share part, where a $50 ad pack or a pack share, whatever you want to call it, $25 goes into a rev share, which earns $32.50 when it matures. So it's basically based on the other people buying rev share packs also every night at 1 a.m., all the purchases for that day, as well as all the purchases of any advertising on the site, the purchases of vacation time, any income that comes into the site goes into that pool and then is distributed to the active rev share packs, and that's how they mature and grow. And then the other $25 goes into a matrix, and the matrix is really cool because it has a 3-level matrix. First level, basically you need 3 people to come in. That one matures. You get $25 back, and then it goes into another matrix, and then that gets into a third matrix. And everybody that comes into the third matrix with you, you get a $10 bonus from them. So everybody that makes it to that level, you just get a straight $10 bonus for them making it there. And as well, what's great is that matrix, when it makes it out of that matrix, it goes back in. So a lot of people will be compounding, which means, let's say you start off with 3 shares, for instance, like I did. I now have 9 shares in the rev shares, and I have 12 spots in matrices, and all 12 of those spots in the matrices at some point will make it up into the 3rd cycle, which means everybody that's following you keeps on pushing you through, and it'll keep spinning around. And every time you create a new $25 matrix share, and it makes it to the 3rd share, it stays there. It just goes in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and that's $100 at a time that it's earning you. So that is the motivation between basically the magic number of sponsoring 3 people. That is really the key to how this is going to work the best for you. It can be done with 2. I'm witnessing it right now. I've got a guy with just 2, and he's doing great. And again, that's my sponsor. But the three people number is perfect. There are going to be people who will go out and promote and sign up 10. I know someone who will get at least 30 to 40 people for sure. And I know that our direct sponsor, who is the person above Greg, or you want to call it the co-owner, she has 400 people that will be coming in on Saturday. So there's the exciting news. Saturday is going to be the explosion, if you want to call it, of this business, when it's open to bring in as many people as you want. And that's going to be a huge revenue day. So, you know, getting your 3 ad packs, surfing your sites, which is the only thing you have to do to earn your money on the rev part, is to surf 6 banner ads. It's very simple to do. It takes under 5 minutes. That means you'll be earning on those rev shares that night. So on Saturday, when all that money comes in, there's going to be a huge amount of money coming in, and Sunday should be really exciting to see when you wake up what happens in your account. What makes this business a little different than other rev shares that have been out there, there have been some big names that have come up and failed. The reason why we know is that they're just a rev share. In other words, it's just the rev share part of the business. I've been involved with the large 4 last ones that, I don't even name the names, but I can tell you that I put in a lot of money and earned some money, but timing was bad on those. So with this, what's different is the matrix part of it. It's the one thing that will keep this actually going for a good while. And once the people start to see the money you make from the matrix, you'll almost forget about the rev share part, even though that's a beautiful part of it. The matrix part of it is where it really becomes just crazy the amount of money you could make. Another thing that's really good about this program that has been a huge downfall for the other rev share businesses is that it attracted a certain kind of online person that invests into HIAPs. And HIAPs are a pure money game where you see these, ads or websites where they say that you can make 3,000% in your money in 8 days or 15,000% in 20 days, and you throw $100 in it and you think, oh, well, I'm going to get $800 after my 8-day time, and then what happens on the 7th day? It's not there, right? It's just shut down or whatever else. So they have a very short life, and those players, they love that money game, and they know how to do it. They'll come in, they'll play for 3 days, they come in with a large amount of money, they literally will make 20–25% of the money in 3 days, and then cash out. And what they do is, we call it hit and run, where they come in with a large amount of money, they come with a big group of people, everyone follows the same pattern, and what it does is it defeats the program because no one stays in for the long run. So they come in, get out, and then everyone else is left hanging, holding on to the bag. Well, those guys found out that all the high-ups have really been bad, so they started playing in the rev share games. And that's what happened to Ad Hit Profits, Ads eBiz. They just got inundated with these players that are not in for any kind of, if you want to call it, even 6 months of income. They came in for 3 days of income, and then as soon as they got out, there was no one rebuying anymore, and it just defeated the programs. So with this, we know that the cycler part is unattractive to those people because they don't like that. They don't want to get involved with something that, first of all, it might take 5 days to make money, or imagine that. So they don't want to get into it, and which is good for us because it's going to keep the business sustainable and powerful for us. The good thing about the site also, which is really nice, is there's a lot of ways the revenue will be brought into the business besides people buying the ad packs. The advertising, like the banners and the text ads, you can actually buy 1,000 impressions for $7. One of my team leaders, Darren, did a text ad, and after 500 impressions, he had 5 opens and 2 opt-ins to a program. And that is really good news. That's cheap. So he was very impressed with that. We all know that we're going to be using those tools to promote our other businesses, whether it's your primary business or a third business, depending on what you're doing besides this. But the admin and owner is really receptive and very responsive. I was not going to get into the business personally when it was first showed to me because I'm totally focused on my primary business and building a huge team with a huge future, and I didn't want to have to promote to my people right now something else that I'm, it's like promoting one thing and all of a sudden showing them something else. But after spending an hour with them on the phone that night, I said, this guy he's okay, he's for real, he answered all my questions, he didn't shy away from anything. I felt very, very comfortable. So I decided to go ahead and get in. Since then, I literally have sent him about 16 emails back and forth, because he knows that we're in the beta testing form, and I know that he would like to have feedback on a couple small faults that were happening in the site and some of the ways it was working. He immediately fixed them, immediately responded to my emails, and he's open and there for us. There is a Facebook room already open. There is a Skype room that I haven't been on yet. I believe it's open. I don't like really going into the Skype rooms because people, I don't know, it's like gossip sometimes, I don't know. But it's a very responsive and very trusted admin. He's had, I think, 3 or 4 other programs already. They all have made people money. And the one thing that we really like about it, more than anything else, is we really feel like we feel confident that we can show people this and that they can make money. It's not just about us top 100 people or let's say 500 people, and then when they show other people, those people don't make money. In this, it does look completely confident or comfortable to us that anyone can make money, and we think it's going to go for a good bit of time, and we think that it's going to go really viral because there's been no marketing campaign for this whatsoever. There hasn't been this 30-day build-up to the program, which a lot of other programs do. So they get thousands of people enrolled, and then all of a sudden they say, fund your money. This hasn't gone that way at all. This has all been word of mouth and very, very private. I heard about it actually 3 weeks ago. I knew it was coming, and I was just praying it wasn't going to come when it did, but it did. And what we realized for us, in our program, we can actually buy leads in the program we're in, and we decided that, hey, you know what? If we can create some extra cash from this, then we can use it for our other business, whether it be buying our signups or using it for advertising or tools for other business. And as well, the potential is actually to make a really nice little extra income. Some people will sponsor 5 people, and those people will all come in with, let's say, 3 ad packs, and if those people compound and sort of, build up a nice account, there is no reason why you wouldn't be able to take out a minimum of $100 a day without depleting your account, and it actually will still grow. And as well, once you start to cycle in that $100 cycler over and over and over again, because every time you rebuy another pack, you have another spot that'll get there at some point. So the potential is huge. I don't want to overstate it, but seeing a $200, $300, $400, $500 a day income from this will not be hard to do at all, especially because of your timing. And the benefits of someone like Sherry, who will bring in 400 people at one time, as we're all joining on Saturday, is it's just going to create a massive amount of money coming in the system in that first day, which has to go somewhere, which means it comes to us. So being in early is really great, and that's about really what I can tell you about the overall consensus and feel about it. And again, the biggest thing that attracted us is we feel very good about sharing it with people and knowing that they'll make money, because we don't like to do any more programs where we feel like there's someone that's not going to make money. I just won't share them anymore. I don't even want to look at them anymore. I've had people tell me, well, a lot of people show me programs every day. Tell me what you think about this. How do you feel about it? And I'll take a real good look, and so many of them look real flashy, and there's going to be a 2-week lifespan. I've seen a couple of programs die in 6 days, and I just won't even get near those anymore. But this one looks really good, and again, in our case, we're using it as a tool to make money to promote our other business, as well as an advertising platform to market our other businesses. That'll get a lot of attention because we're going to be able to put our ads up in the very beginning. 3 or 4 weeks from now, when the membership might be at 4,000 people, we'll have less impressions, if you want to call it that. But putting our ads up now, as all these people are coming in, that first 2 weeks, you could have a lot of eyes on your ads, and you could get a lot of other traction in your other programs that you're doing. So that's pretty much my 10-minute explanation of the business. I usually like to open up to questions and comments and see where we go from there.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's a great opportunity when you're in early. And I was just saying before how, before I got into it, there's a little skepticism. And I don't even know, there's something in my mind just saying, what is it? But when it comes to success, I was seeing how the formula is, usually it does happen quickly. And oftentimes what prohibits people from, making the most out of that opportunity is when they see the success, you see those top people that do good, and then you go in behind them. You see the explosion, and it's like, wow, look, I want to join, but then, it's too late. So we're kind of like in that category of what happens before everyone sees it, which is just like, I've never been here before, so it feels, good just trying to see where we go. It's something I never experienced, so there's definitely so much potential when you're at it this early.
Absolutely.
And this is just our first step. Anyone that comes with us with this first company is going to be brought with us. We already have our next one lined up for September, and that's where the buying cost is going to be larger, but the rewards are going to be a lot larger. We're pretty excited about this. We definitely would not come to anybody unless we knew that this was going to happen, because we're so close with Bart and his people that are running it. And because we're right at the very top, it's going to generate income for us for at least a month. We didn't really talk about time, for at least a month, and that's going to give you the money to be able to invest in these additional companies with us. I'm the first Team Tsunami leader. I don't know if you know what that is, but definitely talk to your sponsors. You can find out. And you can see that we're going to grow an organization of over 1 million people. So this is kind of a way for us to alleviate some of the time burden associated with that project and develop enough money so that we can buy a lot of paid signups for our mega project.
Yeah. I'd like to reiterate something also as well. Darren Barton, who is one of my team leaders in my organization, was in a business called HRS, and he literally had $1 million account, which means he had the ability to take out, if they would let him, $50,000 a week out of that business. He did that because he brought 297 referrals into it, and it crashed and burned, and he was devastated to the point where, it was like deflating. I mean, here's a guy that has walked away from the corporate world, went online because he wanted to spend time with his family, create the lifestyle that we're all dreaming of and working for, whether it's a laptop lifestyle or, meet you on the beaches of the world. Everyone uses really cool phrases, but the fact is it's the same thing. It's a matter of gaining your own freedom. And he was extremely, just devastated, destroyed. And here's a guy that is a super marketer, and he has a rabid following. I mean, they follow his blog, and he says, do something, and they do it, because he's a great leader, and he builds tools for them. He builds landing pages. He builds email follow-ups. He makes hundreds of videos, training videos, detailed things that he will do. And he will do that for this program, which will be interesting because he's pretty open for people like sharing. He's not real, this is mine and just for my people. He's not like that. He's a guy that builds great things. And he got into another program after that. So the next one was Ad Hit Profits. And he brought a bunch of people into that, and then the same thing happened again. And finally, he approached me and he says, "Listen, I'm going into a traditional MLM. I want to do something different. I want to build up a team. I want to, have a team build where I'm going to pass people below them. I'm going to help them grow their business. I will actually give them signups. I want to market this like crazy." And we started doing some different things to make that happen, which he did. He became very successful at that. And the funny thing is I was showed a penny matrix by someone who, when I first looked at it, because I've seen it before, I just laughed at it. I said, "There's no way! Haha! This is such a joke! What is this?" And the funny thing is when I let my mind understand what I was looking at and get past the low price point, and then maybe not the most attractive website, let's say, and maybe even not even the best video. I said, there's something here. I get it. It's such a low cost. This is going to work. It's something that I really like. And it was, in our case, it was sort of melded in with a feeder program into Explosion, let's say. So I showed it to Darren, and his first impression was worse than that. He literally said to me, "The site looks like crap," using the proper word. "I don't think I can promote this. And I don't know why you're looking at it." And I said to him, "All right, thanks for the fast response. Please spend a day and look at it again." So he looked at it again, and then he realized, yeah, this is a great thing. And doing that, we created an idea that we want to help people. We believe that our team is going to be based on making sure that people in our team make money, and that's what we want to focus on. And when we do that, we know that we're going to create people that are very happy, they're committed to their opportunity, and they do a little bit of work, use the tools that are provided for them, and they'll succeed. And when this was given to us, this opportunity here, because I told Darren this was coming, I knew, like I said, I knew about 3 weeks ago. I didn't know when. And he says, "Yeah, I'll look at it, and if it looks right, we'll get in." And again, his very first impression was, one of these, I hate these. And I said, "Yeah, I hear you, man, but look at the opportunity we have to share with people and to let them make some money." And even if, in our case, we use it to make money to grow our other business, whether it be us buying our downline or us buying other forms of advertising or other tools, or creating a marketing campaign that might cost $500 that you don't have in your hands right now. This is something that we feel we can earn that money from this to do that. And some of the people on this call right now have already made huge investments into their business, knowing what's coming. and they're going to use this to be able to make thousands of dollars of investments into the business, and they're going to manipulate this money to be able to do that, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what Darren's going to do, and
Okay, Bart. I think we're losing my screen here. Can I just show them the EZIncome for all
Sure,
website? You can walk people through it.
Yep.
Okay, great. So this is the home page. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is the home page. It's really simple. Are you already logged in, buddy?
Yep.
Okay, why don't you go to your stats section? So this is his stats. Charles, you basically just funded last night, right?
Yeah, I bought one share yesterday.
He bought one share at $50, which is the funds used from PIF, $50. He already earned $115, which he then took and decided to buy 2 additional shares, and now he has 3. So he has a total of $150 or 3 shares purchased. If you go lower, okay, so referral bonuses, the $90, you make $15 for every ad pack that anyone you sponsor buys. So if someone comes in and buys 3 ad packs, you make $15 per ad pack. On top of that, you make $15 every time they rebuy another ad pack. And that's called a fast start bonus. Okay? There's a couple fields if you want to scroll up a little bit. So where you can manage your account is you have something called manage shares. There you go. And this is where he has his shares. And tonight at 1 a.m., after all the income is brought into the company and they disperse it out to the live positions, tomorrow he'll see that these $25 shares has earned, you know, whatever it is per share. And then you can sort of watch that every day and you can see how your shares are growing. They'll max out at $32.50, and then they're matured. They don't earn any more. But as you're rebuying more shares and compounding your business, you're gaining more shares. And if you want, you can go to Manage Matrix Positions. There you go. All right, scroll down a little bit. All right, so these are his matrix. Look at you, buddy. You've already cycled out of one spot. All right, so these are the first 3 on the level 1, the first 3 positions he bought. If you open up the little number 3, you can see the people that came in and sponsored him out. So there's Travis. Okay. And if you want to go back to Manage Matrix Positions, there you go. He now has a spot on the 2nd level matrix. Okay. When this gets 3 after that, it'll come down into the 3rd level matrix. And every time he gets 3 into his 3rd level matrix, he's making $100 every single time. And it re-enters another matrix. So all these ones you start in the level 1s will end up in level 3, and they're making you $100 every time over and over and over again. All right? If you want to scroll up back to your, let's take a look at, here's what you have to do to work. Let's go to Search for Cash. This is your big 5 minutes of work a day. It's really simple. When you open this up, you're going to have 6 banners here. Go ahead and click on one. What it does, it opens up another window with an ad that you're going to watch. There's a timer up on the left top-hand corner that's counting down. And after it reaches 15 seconds, it'll say you have been qualified for this clip. In this case, we already did it earlier today, so it says you've already done it. But then you just close out that window again, and you just go down to the next banner, and you just do the same thing. It'll take less than 5 minutes to do all of the banners, and then you're qualified. All you have to do is do it before 1 a.m. every day, anytime during the day, and you're good to go. So whether it be in the morning for you or in the evening when you get home from work or whatever the best time is for you, that's the amount of work you have to do. Some people will actually not want to click on the banners, so they have something called vacations. Right there, after you build up a nice little money in your account and you want to not have to surf your ads, you can pay 20 bucks, and for 7 days you don't have to click the ads at all. You are basically set and forget, like if you're taking a trip or you don't have the time to click your ads, you pay $20 for a week off, and then everything's automatically just gaining for you.
All right, so can you talk about one thing? So as we start making money, how often should we cycle the first 3 days, and when should we start withdrawing money so that we
Okay,
see profits?
so here's sort of a standard formula for this kind of a business. You want to compound your ads as much as you can. If you're coming in on Saturday afternoon, the best thing to do is to compound your ads as many times as you can before Sunday before you go to bed. You know, some people will be very excited, so they might have to be up till midnight watching their account. You know, you can check it every couple hours. It might be faster than that because if you're sponsoring three, who sponsors three, who sponsors three, then you're going to have a lot of activity. So, you know, maybe once an hour, check in there. And if you want to go back to your stats, what you're going to have is you're going to have a number come up that's going to show available balance. The second field down right there. Right now, Charles has 15 bucks in there. As soon as it reaches 50 bucks, you can buy another ad share. What we recommend you do is you do that, you know, at least for the first, usually we like to go a couple days because then you're going to build up, you know, 25, 30 shares, and you're going to have 25 to 30 rev shares per 25 to 30 matrix positions, okay? And after that, you could say, okay, look, I put my 150 bucks in. I'll wake up Tuesday morning. I'll see what's in my account. You might have 300 or 400 bucks in there, and you're going to say, okay, look, I'm going to take out my 150 bucks plus some profit, so maybe I'll take out $300, and then you just start compounding again. What we do then is we usually like to look in a couple days how big our accounts are and what kind of daily income we're getting, and then we say, okay, look, if I take out 50% of my daily income and compound the rest, then I'm growing my account, and I'm now maybe taking out $200 a day, right? In another couple days, you might see that you're gaining even more than you thought because you're even now in that third cycle. So now you're maybe making 5 spots a day go through $100 at a time, and you're saying, okay, now I'm gaining, you know, $1,200 a day. You can start taking out $600 a day, and you can start compounding the rest. Every time you compound, you're creating a new matrix spot, you're creating another ad rev spot, and you're just creating a nice little money flow. So that's how these things work. You know, you want to compound for a couple days, get what you call your seed money, which is your original money you put in, out, and now you're playing with the profits of the work you've done by, you know, sponsoring other people, showing it to other people, and growing your business.
All right, so Bart is going to be giving us advice. So Travis, Marquise, and I, and then we're going to pass that information down to you. So it's important, do not get greedy. Make sure you keep cashing out the profit percentage that we're suggesting, so you always bank money in your bank account. The tendency is you're going to want to cycle everything over and over, and that's just a bad strategy. Okay?
It is. We've done that before. That's what Darren did at HRS. That's he literally created $1 million account in that business. My account was like $90,000 in that business. We have many other people that created $1 million accounts, and it was all for naught because, you know, we weren't taking anything out along the way, which we should have done because we would have had a lot more money in our pocket. You know, these businesses they're not made to last 5 years. You know, a business like this could last a year maybe, realistically 3 to 6 months. So, but what's good about it is, you know, for that first month, you could really get a nice payout. And again, I think the biggest thing that Marquise said, which is just so true, is the reason why it's going to be so good for us is because we're here right now in the beginning. You're going to have a lot of activity that's going to affect your business. And how I mean that is with Greg, my sponsor's account, which I'm managing because he's on vacation, some of his matrix spots have cycled out by people that he doesn't even know. They just fell into his place because they had to go somewhere. So it's spillover. And he has literally cycled out of that $25 spot like 7 times already. And 5 of those spots have come from strangers that just fell into his position because of all the traffic that was coming in during that, even our beta testing, which is crazy. And on Saturday, you know, I can't tell you what it's going to be, but I think you're going to be really blown away because these things, when they launch, they go crazy. And literally, as soon as someone joins and they like what they see, they start telling other people. And you know, the speed of the internet, who knows? We might have 1,000 people on Saturday night. We might have 2,000 people by the end of Saturday night. And doing that without any advertising or any kind of marketing ahead of time will be amazing. But that's what's going to show the proof of this program is that the viralness and the way it's going to be shared is going to be really big for us.
Okay, so Barb, what does everyone here have to do before Saturday, and then what do they have to do after Saturday 3 p.m.?
Okay, so before Saturday, what you want to do is try to get your people on these calls. We're going to do a couple more of them if we can. I'd like to do another one maybe even later tonight in the evening time, and maybe one tomorrow like 12 noon would be great. So you want to invite your people that you know can sponsor some people in, and get them prepared to be ready, and tell them to get other people on the call or watch the video and get them ready. So the magic number, if you can, is tell 3 who will tell 3 who will tell 3 who will tell 3. And all those people will benefit, every one of them.
Okay, so hold on. So when you need to fund your account, it's very important that you start getting your people to fund the account right now, because there is a delay if you don't have money in Payza, Solid Trust Pay, or Easy Bonds.
Mm-hmm.
For Payza, you can only fund using a Visa card, and there's an up to 48-hour hold on that money. You can't get it a lot sooner. Travis got it in like a day or less, so you can get it quick. If you fund your Payza account via debit card, then it takes up to 48 hours as well. Solid Trust Pay accepts any card, so you can go there if you don't have a Visa. Anything else to add there, Bart?
Yeah, no, and that's a really good point. Also, when you're funding your account, there is a 10% transaction fee that is added on to the purchase. So let's say you're buying 3 shares. It's $50 plus 10%, which equals $165. So you would need to have $165 available if that's the amount you're going to buy. So keep that in mind when you do that. But yeah, you're right. I forgot to say that. Go ahead and get your accounts funded. If you don't have one of those accounts, try to find someone who does and hand them, cash or send them PayPal money, and see who can help you out to get it going, because you can set up those accounts pretty easily. It just takes usually a couple days, but you're going to want them anyway, because that's how you're going to get paid from it. But you can pay it forward, which means if you have someone that wants to join and doesn't have that kind of an account yet, and you want to help them out, you can actually pay them forward a couple shares to get them started. So that is in the Pay It Forward section of the left-hand tab as well, underneath Vacations. It's a really simple process. If you had enough balance, you'd be able to, it'll ask him who does he want to send it to. You put in the other person's username, and then you put in the amount of shares you want to send, and then it takes it out of your money and it sends it into their account to get them activated.
Okay, and just so you know too, when you use your Visa, to get $165 inside EZIncome for All, they actually get charged on the Visa side as well, so it comes up to like $182.10 or something like that. So just a warning. Okay, so mentally prepare yourself for $185. But since we're going to be making several $100 a day for a month, it's well worth the investment.
Yeah, and the potential.
Go back. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I was just saying, could you just explain or talk a little bit about what exactly happens tonight? So I remember you were saying something about at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So what's good about this program, which is really cool, because a lot of other ones, they do things like every 6 hours, every 2 hours, every 1 hour, is what he does is he lets the whole, all the purchases and all the money that comes in built up all day. And then at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, he takes all of those deposits and then he disperses the profits out to the active ad shares all at one time. And that's why he has the ability to tell us just to serve any time during the day once before 1 a.m. to qualify for that disbursement of profits. So all the profits are dispersed one time a day. It's 1 a.m. So basically, when you wake up in the morning and you see how much money you made from your ad revs, every morning you're going to see what's there from the night before. Now the matrices works different, because people would be repurchasing during the day. I've had a couple repurchases today. I know that Greg had a couple repurchases today. So as people are repurchasing their and compounding their accounts, you're getting the bonuses from those purchases, the $15 per ad pack and all that showing up in your balance that you're able to reinvest. So what we're going to be doing is looking to probably log in once an hour, just take a look at it. If there's $50 in the account, repurchase and compound it as quick as possible, because we know that the matrix is going to move faster by doing that instead of looking at it once in the morning and let's say maybe once at night. Because you're going to create a lot more matrix positions, and if the people behind you doing the same thing, then you're going to be getting those matrices going real fast. So it's that simple.
It is a requirement to pay to come in. Is that right, or no? No, you don't have to.
Yeah, you have to pay to come in. There's no way to earn, I don't believe, unless you pay.
Okay. All right. Well, actually, let me see, because I saw something on the site I was looking. Give me one second. I'm gonna pull it up. On the home page, it was saying that you earn, I believe, 10% of commissions of those under you. So not as much, but you're still earning. And I'm not too sure how that works. So if you come in and you have open positions, and then the 400 come tonight, we would profit from that, or how would that work?
Okay, so let me see. Are they saying that you can earn without having any active shares?
Yes.
Let me look at
go
the
ahead and
facts
get
real
the
quick.
actual.
Maybe they're saying because you can sponsor people that will come in.
Right. 1 second. I'm gonna actually screen share real quick.
Let's just go with the team strategy where everyone has to buy 3 shares. That way it's very easy. Everyone knows exactly what they need to do. We don't confuse people. And we all have our desired mission. 3 people that will buy 3 shares each. And if we stick to that plan, everyone's going to make more money.
Right.
Okay.
We don't want people that are coming in for 1 share. We don't want people that are looking for a free ride. It's not going to work. Okay.
Right.
We want leaders here.
Right.
We want these leaders because we're creating this group of investors that we are starting here. We're going to move to bigger and bigger prizes as the months progress. Okay?
Yeah, we have some very exciting things coming. We have a very good group of people that are coming together as a mastermind group, if you want to call it. It's probably at about 20 people right now. And we're very all connected, we're all like-minded, and we all want to make our teams money. The people in our teams, not just us. We want everyone to make money. So we're very careful about the kind of programs we want to get into, because we know the focus of making our people money will in turn make us money. So it's a little different type of a mindset.
Definitely. And I thought the fact that you got paid a little bit, even without spending something, would actually encourage you. When you see you actually make something from it, the potential definitely spiked. That's what got me at first in the beginning.
Yeah, history has shown me that if less people are serious and they come all the way in, for the most part, they're not going to do much, right?
Yeah.
You just avoid the hassle and go find your leaders right away. If you're looking for leaders, trust me, you'll find them. And then,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you just give them the message to let them understand, do whatever you need to do to get that money in that account before Saturday so that you can at least, no matter what, start with 1 ad pack, no matter what. That's your minimum. 3 is like the perfect number. We've sort of done a little equation on it. That'll turn into a very nice daily income very, very shortly, especially because of the timing. And if you don't have any active ad packs, on Saturday, then that big rush of people that's going to happen, you're not going to benefit from that gigantic, maybe $1 million day. So, because there's going to be people that are literally come in this and they'll put in $5,000 and buy $5,000 with ad packs. Because the way they work is they're going, well, I want to create, $1,500 a day in income right now. So they'll put in $5,000 and they're going to be able to start taking that kind of money out day 1, But that's not even the way we want to do it anymore. We'd rather go ahead and compound it, and over a good 2-day period, you can compound your account up to a very surprising place for you. Starting off with $150 and being able to take that whole investment back out, including your fees, if you want to call it that. That second morning, because of the launch time, and then from then on, you're basically compounding. You compound for 2 more days, and then you could basically, you'll know like how much money you're making every day. If you just write down every time you're buying another ad pack, and you say, okay, well, I made $1,000 today. Let's just say that's the number. Well, you could take out, 40% of that every day, and you're still putting $600 back in. So that means you're still growing your account, you're gaining matrix positions, and your rev shares are also paying you. In 2 days from there, you might be up to $1,500 a day. You know, now you can take up $600 a day. You have the other 900 going back in, and you're making all these matrix positions. 2 days later, it could be 2,000 that you're working with. So that's the way the people that, you know, have made the most money in these businesses work their plan, and it's going to work real good with this one.
So Bart, let me ask you, when you withdraw money, say you withdraw money to Payza, how long does it take for that money to arrive in Payza?
You know what? This guy wants to be really active. I would bet you that we're gonna see our payouts within 24 hours. I really haven't looked. Most programs would say we'll do it within 72 hours, and most of them do it within 24.
Okay.
What he wants is people to say, "Oh my God, this program is awesome." So I think we're going to see your payouts very quickly. I would almost predict that at midnight time, when all of the rev money is being shared out, I would bet you the payouts are going to go at the same time. So I would think that if you put in a draw the one day, the next day it'll be in your account.
Awesome. That's great.
Yep.
Well, everything looks good to me. I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty excited how this is going to work out. And we're going to end up buying a lot of paid signups for our core business. So
Yeah.
it's going to be
Exactly.
exciting.
Come on, 500 signups.
So I don't know why my screen's doing that, but thank you very much, Bart, for your time, and for Keisha, AJ, Connie, and everybody else that's watching this right now on YouTube. Thank you very much for looking at our business, and we hope you decide to join us. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
And if you want to do another one later, Charles, where people could invite, there are other people that they want to have look at it. If you want to schedule one tonight, get back with me and we'll figure out a time.
Well, great. Don't worry. We can still talk after I end the broadcast. All right, bye, YouTube. See you soon.